Hi there, my name's John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree, or your garage, or your office, because I'm in my office this morning, because it's Sunday morning and I'm getting ready to live stream worship, just myself and our musician. So thought I would record for next week's Dollar Store Children's Sermon since I had the time. So, we are looking at the 15th Sunday after Pentecost, and we're looking at the gospel lesson, and we're talking about forgiveness. How many times do I have to forgive? How many times? Yeah, it's a lot. And Jesus tells a parable, but I'm really focusing on that whole combination of sevens. You know, do I forgive 7 times, or 7 times seems like a lot, right, Jesus? And Jesus says, no. Do a little bit more than that. Let me 7 times 70, or it's take the perfect number and multiply it, and that's a lot of times. And so we get looking at this idea of that we are called to forgive. I mean, that's our job, and it's hard to do. So I thought we could use a calculator, put in 7, and that's neat, and put 7 times 7, or 7 times 7 times 7, however we want to do that. What I am ending up going to use, I'm going to use M&Ms. I'm going to use M&Ms. I'm going to have a bag of M&Ms. I'm going to pull out 7, and then I'm going to pull out some more, and then I'm going to pour out a little bit more, so we get a pile of M&Ms, and then this is the fun part for you who are recording it. You get to eat the M&Ms. So the idea is you got the pile of M&Ms, and then almost pretending, the thing about, you'll notice when we're doing videos, one of the things we do is we break that fourth wall. When we actually talk, like here, I'm talking to you, stuff is going on, and there's a point where you can almost pretend to hear, but you've got this pile of M&Ms, and I'm get frustrated the fact that there's so much. So what I'm just going to start eating them. I'm like, and then pretend that I forgot that someone was watching. And then, of course, talk with the mouth full. What? And then thinking that it's like, I can't forgive this much. This is hard. The only way I can do this is with help. And that's where we move into where we've been forgiven. God forgives us, and the reason we can forgive others is because we have been forgiven, and that's our response to forgive. So I'm using the visual as that looking about how much this actually is, and then talking about that this really is hard stuff, and we can be all silly about it, but when we're called day in and day out to forgive, we need help. We need to rely on our God that has forgiven us and that can give us the strength to move into forgiveness. I know that there's a depth of conversation that one can have around forgiveness, and anytime we've been in conversation with an adult talking about forgiveness, we know that it can be difficult because there's points where we're not ready to move into that. Here, it's just talking about in general, it's hard to forgive. And I can't do it without God's help. Because when Jesus ups the ante, I used to play, when we'd play poker, we'd play poker with M&Ms or toothpicks, but M&Ms were fun because you could eat your winnings. But you'd play, and the ante is where you put that in the center of the pot to make who wants to play, and you up the ante of what it takes to be part of this. And when Jesus goes 7 times 70 or 7 times 7 times, depending on the gospel, but this is hard stuff, and the only way we can do it is to rest in the arms of Jesus and ask for the help of Jesus in forgiving our neighbors, in forgiving ourselves, and forgiving those that that we don't want to forgive. That's the hard part. But that's the springboard for this week. I hope you can use it. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for the work you're doing. Your kids appreciate it. The parents of the kids appreciate it. The congregation appreciates it. Because I always say, you know, we call it the children's sermon, but adults watch too. Yep. Peace. We'll see you next week.